and getting ready both sides. Let's have a look at the referees. Who we got as our referees? Sure, it's going to be Brady Nicholson from Queensland, Australia, and Desmond Kirikiri. But in the meantime, we're going to get ready here as we locate the ball.
Ka pai e te ui whānui, kei konei mātou ki tēnei o ngā kōti nui. A ko inga kai tākoro nei, a ko Rangitoto College kei te whero. A ko Tauranga boys e tataka ki te kamera nei i te kahurangi me ki. A bit of a navy colour there, aroha mai. Engari kei te timatake e tēnei kemu whakahirahira o ngā whainara o ngā tāne poirewa, Mauria.
Yes, it is the navy colour, the blue for Tauranga, and the maroon with the blue stripe down the front for...
Managed to get the tip there, tipping it back over.
Toto.
On the back, tips it up. And that was a left-hand hit landing in, allowing Tauranga boys to get the first point of our game in the finals, ka pai.
Who's this to serve? Is it the captain there serving for Tauranga?
Ko tērā Mr. Netana Samia. Tono ai te poro. Float there picked up nicely. We sent down the middle, slamming it down. Koi hoki tērā number 8 from Rangitoto. Being well smashed.
Yeah, he is going to power serves as well. Here's the captain. You just see the way the captain moves. He knows what he's doing.
Aye.
Whenever there was a little bit of controversy in the semi-finals, he just kept everybody calm.
Oh. Still keeping the ball alive. Cross court, picks it up, well done. And breaks through the block, but he manages to keep it up. Cross court. What a rally we had going on there by Rangitoto from Coll. Oh, look at that.
Almost off the face of Schmidt, the initial shot.
Pick it up quite well from it.
Yeah, we've got the higher net for the boys, for the males, but we've also got taller players.
Ai, e ki te ana. E ki te ana. Down the line there, back out. Tips it over, but the boys are ready for it. There we go. The ball did indeed hit the ground, called out by Kirikiri, the ref on the right. Now coming out to serve from Tauranga, Mr. Henry Fulton.
Yeah, right out on the left-hand side. So he's going to serve like, lots of height.
Right outside yet again, comes off the block.
Here's the replay.
It does land on Tauranga's side of the court, giving the point and serve there to Rangitoto.
Truki, number 11, is probably the tallest player for Rangitoto, but they do have quite a bit of height in there anyway.
A beautiful quick down the middle there, beautiful chemistry as well. Of course, the captain in there, Tana Samia, setting it up to number 8, was it?
I'm only seeing 4 substitutes for Tauranga, whereas for Rangitoto it seems like a cast of thousands.
Yeah, it's a bit of a lineup we have going on. Ka pai, Junior Tavalu. Will be a float. Comes off the block. There we go, manages to get past with the cross. It is a bit far. Ka pai ko hoki mai. Kare tai tau ka tia. Mauri ora. Tips it over just barely. Hoki ats Kimuri. O koi ara. Tangana a Tauranga I taua rally. We're going to have some long rallies throughout this game, I believe. They were going to be here for a while. But
how's my flight going?
How's your flight going? All right. Kapai picked it up quite nicely, sending it through the middle. Rangarira, it's a bit over the net, unfortunately. Kapai ka hoki atu kia Mr. Tavalu.
One of the things we're going to see is that both teams are so good at getting up to block. that you can't just blast it through them sometimes. You're going to have to... Oh.
Maybe not. There you go. That is the push through there. Number 4 being Dylan.
All smiles there. Gee, no. Number 7 there. Down very low. Number 7, Henry Fulton. Almost took it off his knee.
Ai tae, te ki te kaha ki o ngā tāne, you can see that the boys managed to hit hard, and yet with our little knee pad situation there, you can definitely see that they don't need to dig or dive quite as low because the hits are coming from a higher angle.
Yeah.
Later, henga aori ake, it's harder definitely. But
And no one's wearing knee pads, by the way.
No one is.
We've got number 12, I think it's more of a bandage. Mouse.
What a serve that was. Seems like a chance for here.
He's up.
Through the middle, it's blocked. Comes off the block, and will be blocked out.
You see an interesting thing with Rihari, Cooper Rihari. He's got a lot of height there, but he doesn't actually go up for the big shots. He sets everybody else up.
Right.
Hardly ever in the semi-finals did I see him go for a big shot. It's always about setting everybody else. Here goes Schmidt. Told you he serves hard.
Yes, definitely.
Rocket. Now they're both looking for it there. Both teams were celebrating. Got anything there? But yeah, both teams. Here we go. Here's Timmer coming up. Timmer was just saying, go and talk to the ref. See that? The coach came out and pointed, and his captain said, you talk to the ref about it, just to remind him.
Nice top spin there. We'll send it throughout the middle, out back. Haruru wana te whare, mō Tauranga.
Yeah, that's where you've got to be careful if you're going to try and drive through the block. Sometimes it does come back and drop right down at your feet. You've got to be a little bit careful of that.
Ai ka hoki atu te pōro nei kia number te kaumatahi, Regan Wilson.
So what do you think about the crowd? Who are they going to support? Tauranga or Rangitoto?
I mean, I've heard a lot of conversations happen about this topic. Oh, beautiful spike. There you go. The arena is roaring when Rangitoto scores, but yet again, the same energy is brought when Tauranga scores a point.
Interesting.
So,
I mean, Tauranga in the Bay of Plenty isn't always the favourite school because they're the big school.
Yeah.
You know, when you've got a big grammar school, it's always the want to beat them. What have we got going on here?
Something wrong with the ball, perhaps? I'm just checking our rotations, maybe.
Okay.
Quiet as John with the serve. Lands just outside.
I don't know. The judge was in line, the Hillcrest judge. He was in line, but looked pretty tight to us.
Aye.
Pretty much above it.
Bit of an offset there, still managing. That one is far, a bit further than the last hit that we saw. Excuse me.
So we have the players here for Rangitoto. Just going to have to tidy things up a little bit. In the meantime, it's Tauranga. Serve. Let's go up.
Outside. It will be short. Now it is.
Here's a timeout. There's got to be a timeout call. Is Timmer going to call it? Yes, he is.
Yes, there we go.
Yeah. 5 points the difference, and you can see Timmer's like, okay, let's just call this in. Take it easy, guys. Don't get frustrated. Only first set. Don't have to hit a winner on every shot. And,
Like we've seen with
is. Just having a look at that little huddle there. Everyone's just taking a bit of water or liquid. There's Timmer in there. He's pretty tall. Can't quite see him. Meanwhile, Tauranga, not much you can say there. They're doing a good job so far. This will be one of the key things for Tauranga if they want to take this set, let alone any other sets, is just keep it steady. Keep it steady. You know that Rangitoto are going to go for the big shots.
Aye. And that's the thing, that it's good to sometimes stick to the basics.
And we've got Dylan Griffiths here with the serve. Quite deep.
Will be from a pipe. Regan's there.
That's nice little touch there. Number 13 comes on, Joshua Perks.
Manages to nick it back with a block.
quite a bit of height up the front there. You see you've got Perks in number 13. And we also have Rihari in the middle.
Definitely a
Who's that,
wall.
number 9? Vorster as well. So quite a bit of height in the front.
Side Regan picks up from the back there. Will be an outside set. There you go. Our boys are amazing at this back defense, taking it from the outside of the block there. There you go. We'll see a replay of it.
Yeah, Fulton, the shot.
Go.
Ball coming back. He's going to be doing the serving. It will be
Mr. Noah Seluone. Kapae Tama. What a serve. What an awkward position to serve it to. Just out on the line there, especially for someone tall.
Yeah.
They're going to think, I have to reach a little bit further.
Logan Vorster just couldn't quite get down to control his body.
Yeah, exactly. So being tall can somehow be a curse, maybe?
Again, hard to control the serve. Not quite. This is a decent lead.
Ai, ki te rana Tauranga boys, kia whainga piro just from little errors here in Rangitoto, but we'll see how it goes throughout the match. It is indeed the first half of the first set.
Back.
There we go.
That's better. That'll give them back a little bit of confidence.
Right.
Forster. And Timmer comes on, does a little bit of change. Schmidt.
Tahi noa te hei tini I ia o ngā kēmu. It just takes 1 point to change the game.
And Stevenson comes on, quite a well-known name of our Rangitoto, Stevenson, when it comes to volleyball. Let's have a look. He's ready for the serve now. Watch out for Schmidt. In the middle up front.
Keeps the ball alive. There we go, taps it over, allowing Netana to get the tip there.
So we're here for the New Zealand Secondary Schools Championships. It is at the, well, the arena here in Palmy Venues. And thank you very much to Apollo Projects, New Zealand Carbon Farming, Bailey's, and also Caltex. And of course, Volleyball Manawatu, Volleyball New Zealand. Reach up again.
There we go, solid hit. Ai, ki te pirangi hoki te mihi atu ki apa kāta Māori, te Māori TV hoki, ki te kore tau e umai ki te kaupapa nei, te taia te mātaki mai te kāinga. Without you guys, we wouldn't be able to stream this to the whānau at home, and yet to the entire Mutsu actually. No mai ki tēnei ki hira hira. Sitting outside there, let's see it. Off the block, Moriora.
Get ready for another timeout soon, I'd suggest. It's not going to be too far away if this continues. They did capture back a point here. And Kubo Rihari.
Kapai, our crowd is getting into the game also.
With a fading serve, that one dropped away.
Regan tips it over, they're ready for it. Lands under the net.
Just checking what that was for. They don't seem to care, Rangitoto. They'll take it. You can see the Rangitoto supporters are just behind the court. Some of the parents.
The stands are a bit full as well.
Got quite a few Rangitoto players, girls and guys, scattered around. The girls' team is pretty much behind the Tauranga team at the moment.
Outside, cross court there. What a beautiful spike. Oh, where for Henry Fulton, Tera?
That was superb.
Just past Rihari there.
It just seems that at the moment, Rangitoto a little bit flat, whereas Tauranga boys seem very assured of what they're doing.
Aye, get the kani definitely in their groove at the moment. How far? Tips it over. Managed to get it up.
Really?
There we go.
That's fantastic.
Managed to force it though.
Wasn't too sure that they'd actually managed to pick it up here. Here we go. Oh, that was the last shot. It was a nice winning shot. But
it was indeed a beautiful dive, pancake rather, by our captain Netana. Who's up to serve, Mr. Logan? Beautiful. Their tunnel will serve it outside. Managed to still hit it and managing to land it just on the edge of the court, with also our receivers licking onto it.
And racing away with the score. Tauranga Boys College, the A-team there, just racing away with it.
Ai, engari, he ahua ua te rongo i a rātou ngā kai tākuru o ngā kai mātaki. E ruru ana te whare, you can hear it for Rangitoto rather.
Couple points back there for Rangitoto. We're going to have Will Schmidt with the serve. And this will be a power serve. Watch this, Coll. Just to say it again.
Engari, it was a solid hit. Yeah. You know, he hit the ball and all of a sudden it was in the net.
Now we've got a boys bounce-off competition between sets. Not totally sure how that works, but we'll wait and see. From Hora Whenawara College, Te Oti Ari, and also from, we've got the next one coming down, is that Cruz Tata? What school's that from? Whanau Tahi?
Te kura kaupapa Māori o te whānau tahi.
Ah, okay, we're filling me in. And next one there is Jesse Lubers from Middleton Grange. Got Shay
Asiata, I believe, yeah.
Hamilton Boys High School. And Caden Ritai from Matamata College. And finally, who's our last one there?
There's Henry Saleval, I believe, by Shirley Boys.
So those are the players there in the bounce-off, and we'll soon find out what the bounce-off is, because you and I are, well, a little surprised.
We'll come back from our timeouts.
Who's up with the serve here is the big man for Rangitoto College, John Tusi. Shuki.
6-point lead Tauranga Boys has. Oh, make that 5.
That topspin just dropped it in.
What a beautiful topspin as well, might I say. And that is John Petrucci, was it? I'm not too sure how to pronounce the surname. Aroho mai ki ngā whānau I te kāinga watching. So sorry.
Looks Italian, certainly. Boy, that one went into the straight into the crowd. Put a bit too much oomph on that. And are we up to 20 now? We are.
Yes, 20.
6-point advantage.
Who do we have here? It is indeed Dylan
Griffiths.
Rihari will set it in the middle there, but it'll be red.
Great work.
Middle again. Kapai, it will be a hit for the second. Fortunately, it is a bit low from the block. 4 hits. Oh, hit the net rather. Yes, I believe it hit the net there, therefore equaling a 4-touch. Kapai called John tēnei. Good call from the crowd. It was indeed a float serve. Off the block, there you go. Our boys from Rangitoto, you've said with the girls, they manage being a bit behind. They will bring it back.
Yeah.
They just get their groove. They need to get a few points, get a few blocks, and then they'll be sorted.
Yeah, they just seem to be a little bit wayward to start with, but now have found themselves.
What was that, Dave? Sorry.
Yeah, don't let me talk about a serve. Oh boy. Okay, let's get ready now as we get to 21. Tauranga Boys College, the A-team here. Number 15 with the serve. That's Noah Silaone.
Kapai hea te momotono. Nice and high. Back out, tips it over.
But that held the ball. Now, there was no hold there, though. Wasn't there any sort of lift or holding? We did get to check on that, because you've got to be careful, don't you? You can't sort of lift it over with the palm. You've got to have the knuckles.
Knuckles or a finger.
Yeah.
Being able to tip it, as you could say. Stevenson now with the serve. It will be short.
You can see the two younger looking players. And, one of the players adding in for the bounce-off is the big man out of Manurewa, Ariki Williams.
Oh no, that is
Still not too sure what the bounce-off is, but he's going to have a go at it in the set change. We'll let you know how it goes.
By Samia. Marihari will send it out. Cross court.
Well, we'll give him 10 points for the slide, but didn't quite manage to get the ball. It's a nice little comeback.
Yes, Rangitoto definitely showing what they got in this first set, in the later half, rather.
Yeah, Rangitoto, the North Harbour School. Some superb facilities came out eventually around the school. Millennium Institute just next door.
Off 2 blocks there. Outside. Slams through. Oh, yeah, let's see. Let's see if we can get a replay on that one, please. Maybe not. Engari te kahoki o Taumapatu.
Oops, the boys were pretty happy. That's all that matters.
And here we are, just 3 points behind now. Managed to catch up, closing the lead. 3 points behind. Serve. Down the middle. That will do it.
He just about held and floated in the air there. Waited for the ball.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely floating. Like, he has a bit of a jump there, number 8 from Tauranga, Junior Tavalu.
And rugby pass back. Yeah, nice pass. Henry Filton with the serve, goes big. Stays down, there we go.
Out long, we'll tap it over.
Good control.
By Rangitoto are now, I believe they were maybe in the testing phase at the beginning of the match. Now they can see where the weak spots are, where they can tip it. They've been doing a lot of tips recently and managing to hit a whole lot of spikes through blocks. Beautiful pickup outside, off the block. And that will do it. What a beautiful set that was.
They tried it twice. There you go, number 1. Didn't quite come off. We'll try it again, and he got it exactly right. That's a top play. Regan Wilson hyped up.
Ko hoki mai te poro kia Mr. Tavalu, being number 8 from Tauranga. Let's see how hate momoto no e tama. Serve.
Floating shot.
Outside. And it will come off the block there. Now giving Tauranga Boys College the first set of our game here. All the finals court. Reira, ko Tauranga Boys ki te rua te kaumārima taking the first set. Ko Rangitoto College aru he mai. Rua te kaupiro. Now we are getting on with our...
And 25 to 20, so we're going to have a bit of a bounce off, but in the meantime, that is the first set. It is Tauranga Boys College taking it 25 to 20 over Rangitoto College.
Ladies and gentlemen,
this isn't about what we wore back in the day.
we're going to go now. Going once, going twice, no more offers. Sold!
It's about being trusted to get a better result for our clients since 1973.
And go! Just fill up at a participating Caltex, stack your pump discounts, and you could collect more savings on your next visit. Oh, there's another one. Getting quite good at this. Filling and saving. Feels good.
Summer Tournament 2024 on Māori Active. Find us on YouTube.
Nau mai hoki mai e te ui whānui, e te moti whānui, Aotearoa whānui. Ko pōkai hau sho tēnei, hei kai kōrero, hei kai mātaki hoki mo te kēmu nei. Ki te papai o ea ki CET Arena. I te wā nei ki te hoki mai aroha mai, o mātou tāne ki te kōti, Rangitoto ki te tai whero me te kahurangi, a ko Tauranga boys kei tawa atu taha o te neti, being in the colour blue. Ka tai ka hoatu au kia Dave.
And Rangitoto College will be wanting to emulate their girls team that came from one set down to actually win the Division 1 girls final in the end. It was a tough one that they had to defeat Christchurch girls. Can the boys do the same thing? They've dropped the first set. And it's going to be pretty tough to come back because this Tauranga team is very well trained, knows its patterns, and they're doing a great job so far.
Ai tautoko e ngā kōrero engari koiara ko John hei kai tono. Regan with the beautiful quick. Okay, you can see there that our boys are indeed catching on with the quicks. That being Rangitoto, sorry.
So Rangitoto dropping the first 25-22. There's the serve coming in. Tauranga, far end of the court. And they get that one. Number 7 coming back. And it is John De Pava, Olivero Ramalho.
Beautiful serve, sending it just on the outreach there, sending it to the opposite side, slamming it down over the block, it seemed like. Oh, where Dylan?
Yeah. Dylan Griffiths, some really good play there. Looks so unassuming on the court, but gee, that was powerful.
There we are, just holding the lead by 1 now. Tauranga boys. Tavalu serves. Send it out. And we'll get shut down completely by Regan Wilson. Okatsi. Oreme ki te anō pēr.
The crowd loved that one, didn't they? And they're loving it. They know good volleyball when they see it, and that was very good volleyball.
Ka pai ko te Tavalu aroha mai, hei kai tono. Outside there. Will be a chance ball. No, gets it off the block. Outside. Cross courts and slams it through. Number 9 being Logan Wolster. What a hit.
No, Giant Tim is saying, no, we don't need you yet. Number 6. This is an interesting formation he's doing. He's got no shorter guy to do all the cleaning up. That may fall for Rangitoto to Ramalho. Perhaps, but you see, there's no one there to actually do that cleaning up.
Ai kua te manui o te libero.
Maybe Schmidt
will do. Ka pai outside. Through the block. Keeps it alive, Modi Ora.
I'm sure there's about 5 shots in there.
He would have had it, oh my... Sorry, wrong reaction there by me. Just seen a very good opening opportunity there for the set. Unfortunately, it doesn't go the way they wanted.
Rangitoto somehow stay in that one. I'm not totally sure how.
Hi.
Joshua Perks now with the serve. Doesn't do much of a run up. Oh, into the net. I don't actually know how Rangitoto managed to stay in this second set.
Regan Wilson. Hei kai tono, Regan.
He's been pretty decent for Tauranga. Good match so far.
Rihari will send it up far. And we'll cut through the block. The angle that he goes for definitely works for him. See what... There you go. He goes for the cross-court angle and manages to break through the block, hitting the sidearm of an opponent, therefore flying out to the court.
Cuba Rihari here with the serve for Rangitoto, the captain.
Hapai kei runga. Kei muri, Regan. Ka hots te poro. Out back. Off the block. Managed to keep the ball alive. And it will land back court. Oh, where? te kaha hoki o tēnei o ngā tīma.
So just tidying up a little bit of sweat there on the court. And we can tell you the final four for the bounce off. It's going to happen in the next set. Anybody can actually see it. We may see a little bit of that, but we'll tell you. We've got Erika Williams, Cruz Tata, Tiauti Ari, and also Henry Salabaro.
Yeah, there's a chance ball here for our boys in the blue. Slams it down, but Rihari is there.
Somehow they
Let's
tried.
see.
Is he going to get it back? Not quite.
Right, almost.
Great effort. Some great reactions from Rihari.
Rangitoto definitely proud of his teammates there. They managed to chase after it. They didn't give up for the last second. Engari rā, ko Dylan hei kai tono. Rihari will set it in the middle there.
That's Schmidt.
Schmidt, yes indeed.
He put it away, no one, no doubt about that. So the big crowd here, lots of the students taking up the stands all around as well. And, yeah, some of the teams may or may not have left, but only a few of them because there's lots of spectators here. Ooh, just big.
Just outside the line there. It's good that we have our flag holders there watching the line thoroughly. Kapai Noah Seluone, he kai tono. There will be a float down the middle, giving it to Rihari.
Goes around the back.
Tips it.
Good control because he goes up here, the replay, and then just holds the shot. Almost holds, thinking that he's going to do a powerful shot instead. Just takes his time on it.
I think it is Schmidt now, serving.
The coach is Johan Timmer for Rangitoto, main coach. For Tauranga, it is Nick Christie, the head coach. That is out.
Solid serve, definitely. Yeah. He has definitely got a swing on him, that guy. Kapai Samia, hei kai tono I te poro I tēnei wā. Number 12 for the serve.
Really interesting watching the play here with Rangitoto really just getting scraps given to them. They're not really able to earn the points at the moment.
But they're taking a lot of these errors into account. Picked up, well done, perfect. Oh, there we go, another quick in the middle, how to do it.
Yeah, he hangs. It's like airtime.
he's levitating for at least a good 5 seconds there.
Yeah, and he's got plenty of airtime.
Ka pai ka hoki atu te poro kia nama pitsu ko Henry Fulton Tera.
Now, have you figured out how players take their numbers? You know, is someone going to say, I want to be 23, I want to be like Mike, or, you know, whoever.
Tare te tino mōhio hea te take, I'm not too sure why.
I've seen 77 out there, I've seen a few big numbers.
Yeah.
Some schools seem to take a few of the bigger ones, other ones more regulation numbers. The 12 seems to be the bigger person quite often.
I have seen 82, 83, yeah. 84 in the team, so not too sure hea te tino. Oh, what a lovely call out there.
That was a little surprising, just let that one go. Almost hopped over it.
Aye.
So number 8 coming at it now. Junior Tavalu goes way out of the court.
Will be a nice float there. Rihari will send it in the middle, slamming it down. Mauriora, te kaumātoru ko Waihuki koe ko Joshua Perks Tera.
I know Rangitoto in the lead of the set, but they still have that trailing feeling about them, that they're behind.
No, I agree. So I looked back at the points and I was thinking, oh wow, it is indeed Rangitoto in the lead here.
Yeah.
Not discouraging, but just commenting on it.
Yeah.
Koe hoi hoki tēnei. Number 6, Mr. Stevenson.
They're leading, but they don't feel like they're leading. If that makes any sense at all.
Tips it over, but they're ready for it this time. Outside set. Managed to keep it alive.
Beautiful work.
We'll send it out far. Rohomai breaks it through the block. There we are. That is good work there of Mr. Dillon.
And reward there for the Rangitoto girls. It looks as though they're passing around either potato chips or cookies.
Yeah, it seems like a bag of Doritos.
Yeah, something like that. Well, you won. You're allowed that.
Ka pai ko hoki mai a Regan Wilson. Hei kai tono will give us a beautiful top spin. And I've stolen your power here.
Yeah, you have. You've cursed him.
Ka tahi ko rihari tēnei hei kai tono I te pōro I tēnei wā.
Rihari here with the serve for Rangitoto, the captain.
Hitting the net, still managing to pick it up. Well done. A quick down the middle out to it again. That is something that our boys in Tauranga have been doing quite well this game. A lot of quicks, and it's good chemistry. It's working. A lot of noise here in our stadium.
Dylan Griffiths with the serve. It's a bit of a softer one, which is sometimes the hardest shot to hit.
If you hit it too soft, it is going to be...
Is he trying to get out of the way of that?
Tai mai te nui hoki o ngā piha I tēnei o ngā whare nui. A lot of food has been entered into our stadium. It's outside of the camera, unfortunately. Regan sets it down the line.
It's too big.
Just out.
So somehow Rangitoto have come out to a 2-point advantage. This is the thing that they did in the semi-finals, and the Hillcrest boys, a couple of them doing the scoring, might not like me mentioning that they were behind most of the way, yet they somehow won. And that's what happens if you're coached well and if you feel confident in your own ability to keep going. It doesn't have to look beautiful. Winning ugly.
Winning ugly is winning, I guess you could say. Out back, tips it over, but they're ready for it. Rihari sends it out far. Breaks through the block.
That wasn't ugly, that was just a very good shot. Getting a little bit better and picking up the lead, and we've got a timeout.
Rangitoto has managed to take a bit of the lead here. Te kaumā rima kia Rangitoto, te kaumā tahi kia Tauranga Boys College.
Let's have a look. The crowd relatively silent as they wait for this timeout to be completed. Big crowd in, 198 teams. It's been running strong since, well, was it Sunday night? And they had the welcome, and all the teams in here look fantastic. You can imagine all of the teams streaming in. And the councillors, Palmerston North Council, we should say thank you to them as well. They've certainly done well out of it. I've seen quite a few teams walking around town and trying to get into restaurants and things like that, cafes. A few of them done very well.
Ka pai ki te whakarite I te kōti. Oh no, Rihari e kōrero anō ki te kairiwhi. There's a bit of a conversation there.
So yeah, last night, Nine College were in one of the Chinese restaurants just around the corner, eating late, and I'm sure the restaurant did very well out of that. Hungry players.
Hungry teams from the week that they had, a week that they still have going.
What's going on here? We're just checking with the bench, and we're all good. All right, this is Logan Vorster with the serve. Goes big.
Send it out back. I believe that he did cross our back line before jumping. Therefore,
so the rule there. What are you suggesting about the rule that they have to have a certain number of players where?
Oh, Arohomai. So our line there going throughout the middle of the court, being so sorry. How do you explain this? On one side of the court, you have the line flowing through. Our back players aren't able to go beyond that line and jump over our net level.
Right.
So that means when jumping from the back line, you must jump
So when number 7, 5 and 9,
Aye.
you're saying that they've got to stay back a little bit or they can't jump forward?
Yeah, so they can't go beyond the line and then jump forward.
Is that before the servers come over or
Rotations will only happen after the serve has been hit or come over the net.
yeah, so once the point has really got into it, everybody can be up at the net if they really wanted to.
Yeah.
But not to start.
Aye. I te timatanga, you'll see our boys huddling up in different positions depending on either defense or offense position. Over. Ka whai ki te ana ngā boys in Tauranga as they huddle together waiting.
Yeah.
The ball is hit, they run.
Okay.
So now they are able to get into their positions. Any call was made touching the net, I believe. Giving it to Tauranga boys, but Rangitoto still maintaining a bit of a lead here. Ka pai ko ne tana tēnei hei kai tono I te pōro hoki. Tips it over, but ne tana's there. Regan, off the block. Regan will get it for the second hit. Fortunately, it's a bit far. Ka pai koe hoki tēnei. Ko John Petrucci, hei kai tono. Tana gets the second, and it will be a quick that is blocked.
Didn't quite get the timing of floating this time. As the Rangitoto College just move out to a good advantage, heading towards 20, 5-point lead. Petrucci. Oh, he's got it. He's got an ace.
Got it. Oh my goodness. Toke.
Pretty stoked about that one as well. It's a good opportunity, a good time to do it. You've been fighting hard to stay in it all the way. And on this occasion, serves it out to the left.
Ka pai kaumatahi. E tana there. Will be a hit though. Still manages Ra. Rihari aroha mai. And it will be long. Ka pai Tauranga boys scraping by. Just 5 points now. Ahead Rangitoto is. We'll see how we manage. There is a bit of sweat on our line there. Where our boys are working hard out there on the courts. Ka pai karangahia e rātou ngā kaimātiki. Our crowds are indeed calling out, watching.
Henry Fulton with the serve for Tauranga boys.
Rihari sends it back. And there was a touch there by libero number 6 being Mr. Bailey Monteiro. There we go.
And substitutes now for Tauranga boys. But it is Rotorua. No, it is not Rotorua. It is Rangitoto. Rangitoto with the serve.
And lands in the back end of the court, giving an ace there. Over for John Te Paiva, Oliveira Ramaloho. Bit of a mouthful, that name.
Yeah, he's got a few names there. And looking now for another serve. This has been a good opportunity for Rangitoto. They've come back stronger now. They've started actually picking up a few winning points rather than just the scraps. Oh, that one goes long. But 22-16, decent lead. I'm going to try and wrap this one up and make it 1-1.
Hamish. Hey, Kaituku Te Poro, Hamish for the serve. Rihari out. Slams it down, beautiful hits. Let's see that on replay.
Substitution, Rangitoto College.
Kapai Stevenson is indeed coming in for number 13, there being Joshua Perks. He will be our pinch server in this situation, managing to try to score himself a few serves whilst on the courts. Kapai now just 2 more points there for the set point. Picked up quite nicely. Outside. Slams it off the block and lands out. Good on them.
Yeah, Tauranga just hold the flow for a moment. It's been a bit of hard work for them.
Alright. Kārea noa Rangitoto kia whai te piro whakamutunga. They're not yet at set point. So Tauranga boys can still manage to make a breakthrough here.
And we have Khan Carlton. Haven't really seen him in the match much. Lefty.
And there we go, Mr. Schmidt. With a beautiful quick down the middle, Auwe Taukiri e.
And we go to set point. Set point now, coming back. Rihari with the serve to take it to one set apiece.
Well done. Oh my goodness, that was amazing. What a reaction we have here in the stadium. Number 4, Dylan with a spectacular spike there down the line. Again, a bit yelling into the mic there, probably yelling out of your speakers at home. Engari, what a beautiful spike there displayed by Dylan. Ka mau te Hikiaya with the serve.
Yeah, Dylan Griffiths putting it up. In reply, it's Vorster.
It is tipped.
It is. No, they've taken it, and no, I'm just waiting. Wait for it.
Confirmation call. I believe it does belong to Tauranga.
Yeah.
Slams it off. Well done. That is Noah Seluone. The ball was coming over to his side of the nets, and then he managed to slam it down. And now Rangitoto. Karanga hia I te raonga timeouts. Timeout from Rangitoto. Because
Rangitoto had the advantage quite a way through, and still have the advantage, but they had it throughout that set where you thought they were going to run away with it. There we go. The crowd bored, or they just they're a bit slow on that one.
Ātiki I roa te kite. He whānau kotahi mātou. He tāhua te kite.
That's much better.
Beautiful to see.
Got to keep yourself amused. Oh, we're a bit slow up here. Sorry, boys. And about to serve. Dylan Griffiths, they carry on the court. Amuses everybody else.
Tips it over. They've read it. They've seen it coming. Tips it. Kapaia will be back out.
Forster.
Well done picking that up. Modiora, net on outside. Tips it over and managed to catch it in the block. Throws it far. And there it is, flying underneath the court. 21. Ki Tauranga boys.
That's got the crowd going. Either that or the Mexican wave did, one or the other, but they're into it now. And Dylan Griffiths again. Serving. Can Rangitoto close it out? They've had a couple of opportunities. It just fades a little bit.
Shots down completely by Netana
They're getting pumped up. They're coming back.
I don't care. I'm also getting pumped up here. Mata Kianga, Ienei Tama. Now it is just 1 point Rangitoto has for the set. Engari, kei te ngana rātou o Tauranga tama mā.
Another timeout.
Oh yeah, ka karanga kia. Oh.
Got the crowd going, a couple of big shots there. They're still 2 points behind, still a set point for Rangitoto College, but those couple of shots there, they got it going. And Timmer's pointing it out, saying, come on guys, stay with us, it's all good.
Hoki mai ngā ngari, the wave has returned to our arena.
Yeah, any opportunity, have a bit of fun. The Rangitoto girls weren't enthusiastic about that. Hard to raise their arms again. Dylan Griffiths with the serve for Tauranga boys. Floats it in.
Rihari.
Vorster puts it away this time.
Ka pai koiara te wahanga suaru o tēnei o ngā kemi whakahirahira I te whainara. Rangitoto rea te kaumarunga Tauranga boys 22. Now 1 set each of each other's bouts.
Well, it's no surprise that we're 1 set all, but it is Rangitoto coming back, and we're all even Stevens here in this final, Boys Divisional 1 final.
Funding is a real challenge. We know that a lot of schools face that ongoing, and the reality is if you go to a lower decile school in New Zealand, you are less likely to be able to afford to participate in sport.
Obviously, having come through it myself with kids and being one of those kids myself who played sport, I know how much it defined who I was. And now being able to go, I can't fix it all, but we can help and try and give to those people who are going through really tough time. It's a real privilege, but you know, for us, we want to see others get involved in it. This is not a selfish thing for Apollo. This is about how can we get, whether it's construction or other businesses, to get involved in this.
There's a lot of things that kids miss out on, and so to have businesses step up and want to be involved and to help is a game changer for schools. It really is.
Sport is about more than just a game. It's about going from teammates to best mates. It's the high fives and helping hands. That's why Caltex is proud to help fuel school sports. Let's go.
Summer Tournament 2024 on Māori Active. Find us on YouTube.
Ka pai tēnā rā tātou e te ui e te motu, hoki mai rā tātou ki tēnei o ngā kēmu whakahirahira. Ka tahi anō mātou kua whai wā, ka tākuru tētahi kēmu, ngā ko te bounce off tērā engari, ki te hoki atu ki te kēmu nui a tātou. A ko Tauranga boys, tataake ki te kāmera, ko Rangitoto kei tawa atu taha. Now, there is one set each now, isn't there? So, we're in a bit of a predicament, aroha mai.
Well, it will be if I miss the flight. But in the meantime, it has been an exciting final. Bit of a comeback, late stages there for Tauranga. Put a bit more excitement into it. And at one stage, it was really running away. Rangitoto looks as though they'd sweep through that second set and said they had to fight for it.
Oh,
bounces back off the chest of the captain. Bang, goes out. So are we any closer to actually thinking we've got a winning side, or is it still way up in the air?
Definitely lingering, a bit leaning towards our Tauranga boys here. Definitely displayed a lot of dominance of power throughout our match.
Well, don't forget Tauranga are used to winning these things. And also, like the girls' team, they have the confidence in themselves. I'm sure Tauranga do as well, but just seeing them come back so often.
By Mr. John Takomatahi, hei kai tono. Netano will set it out to Regan. Over the net. Rihari. It's a bit long.
The shot was on.
Aye. Ka pai ko te rua. Kia Rangitoto. E te tahi kia Tauranga boys.
Nice serve there, Fulton.
And just outside yet again. Beautiful cross hits happening. Just a bit long, unfortunately. Now tying our points here. Giving Mr. Fulton another chance to serve. Still managing. There we go. Mr. Junior Tavalu. Tipping it over. Definitely a wall being created there in the middle. We have high jumpers, strong hitters.
a big thank you to, again, all the volunteers and all the supporters, the players themselves as well, all of the schools. From way up north, we're talking about Bay of Islands, to Dunedin, Otago Basin as well. Oops. Passing that one to the referee. Also, thank you to you, Pakaho, and Gareth here, and the streamers. We've been streaming and now on Māori television. Oh, interesting shot.
It over. And that is a block.
Oh, he wore it in the face as well.
Ai, kika ki te anō.
Norton.
Block solid.
He's been so reassured, Norton, but that one just went straight into his face.
Ai.
Hard to get.
Ka ngana ia. Ko ia tētahi o ngā kaitākaro o te tima nui nei. He is a team member of one of the strongest teams in our country, so he's definitely going to move on with that, keeping it in mind. Ngari ko Tavalu tēnei hei kai tono. Tavalu for the serve. Sending it outside, tips it over, but he's ready. And again, can't manage to tip it over the block there. And the third tip will manage.
Third time, in the first two, he was equal to the task. And again, Rangitoto just seemed to be hanging in there and leading by one.
Bringing in Stevenson now, number 6 in the red, now heading to the service line.
Lovely serving.
Kapai hiaha tāu. Kangana, ka tuku iho ki taua tutaha. It is a bit long, unfortunately. Down the middle, Schmidt.
Pings it. Absolute pings on that one.
Reliable hitter, Schmidt is down the middle.
I'm a little bit surprised at times that they don't use him more regularly.
Ai, te tuku, yes, I agree. He's there in the middle, quick, reliable, and yet I've only seen him hit 3 or 4 times now. Stevenson with the serve. We'll get up for it. And he'll hit the antenna first.
So now escaping out to a 3-point advantage. As Stevenson ready to serve. Coach Tim is almost on the court. He'd love to be playing right now.
Right.
Loves the game, passionate for the game.
Regan sends it out far. Nice to pick it up, Rangitoto. Comes off the block. Beautiful blocks we've seen, managing to pick them up also. There you go, yet another. There you go, tips it over. Will be out to Regan. It's over, picks it up, well done.
Great defensive work.
It's beautiful dive executed. Over my Dave.
After all that, it was great defensive work. And looking for a bit of a towel down, but yeah, the defensive work there from Tauranga. He withstood around about 4 shots of them.
Kapai leading by 4 now, Rangitoto at 8. Whilst the Tauranga boys at 4. And we are clear to go. Stevenson with the serve. Cross court there. We'll send back to Regan. One block, gets blocked. Sends it down and that'll do it.
Tauranga gained a point back. It's been hard work in this particular set. Rangitoto just escaping out to 4 or so points. 3 on this occasion. Who we got now with the serve coming in there, Pakaho?
Kuia rā ko Regan Wilson.
He's been pretty solid for them, hasn't he?
Yes, definitely. Has some good topspin serves. Mr. Schmidt finally gets a block.
And just a contact there with the net.
Was the net instead, causing the 4 touches. All right. Hoki mai a Regan he kaitono I te pōro. Regan back for the serve. Lovely topspin, beautifully picked up. We sent out off the block and can't do much about that one.
Logan Forster going up. He's got the height and plenty of power on that one. Rangitoto College, a pretty well-known school for a lot of their sport.
With Mr. Rihari, our captain, to serve. Nipping the net, pancake has been made. Well done, surviving. Keeping the ball up and alive, Modiora. Kampai still keeping the ball in play here. We will manage. Netana will send it out back. Still managed to block that one. And that'll do it. Now, I didn't actually see that block coming. And neither did the team, I think. Our Tauranga boys. Rangitoto pulling away in the lead again with our captain Rihari to serve. Tuku Namai. What a serve. On the dump. There we go. Timeout has indeed been called with a 5-point lead from Rangitoto now at 11. Tauranga boys at 6. Timeout has been called indeed from our Tauranga boys. Trying to stop that momentum from flowing. You know, Rangitoto is getting a bit far in the lead here. They don't want to do that early in the match. So they do want to try catch up as fast as they can. Engari rā, kei te hinga I te wā nei.
You see there, Rangitoto in their huddle.
Aye. All here mano, just brainstorming, seeing what they can do. Whilst they are in the lead here, they still need to manage a few more mishaps that might be in place. Kapai karanga mai tāne mai, and we're back onto the court with Rangitoto to serve, giving it back to our captain, Ako Rihari tērā. Haruru ana te whare, ki te hamama ai, getting loud in here.
A lot of enthusiastic players behind both teams. They're watching the boys' division final.
Wow,
look at that. He's got some real key shots for them, hasn't he?
Aye, but that's thanks to our setter / captain, Netana Samia. He did go up for a fake dump there, but managed to set it from it, giving a beautiful set to our boy Dylan, which is now serving. And that will be number 4 now. Just over the net, barely. Tonoatiki Waho slams it off the block and keeps the ball. Unfortunately not. Engari rā, I reira, Takaro, the thought was there, trying to keep the ball in play. 5 points ahead now, Rangitoto. And serve. Well done. Netana sends it back out to our receiver. Through the block, manages to pick it up, Modiora. A high set, tipped. Regan is picking it up though. Able to head off the block, nice rebound there. Reset. Keeps the ball in play. I believe there was a net touch involved or something underneath the net.
And checking on that score, it's 4 points the difference. It is correct.
All right.
Coming back for the serve, Noah Selaone.
There we go, a nice quick how to do it. Here we go, let's see that on replay. Come. Atahua. Hoki at the porora kia, Mr. Schmidt. Let's see some solid serves coming through. And there we go, I just spoke it into existence. And aroha mai at the whānau ki te kāinga. That was not my fault, trust me. I have no power up here as a commentator. Engari rā, ka what's te poro to our captain there, Netana Samia, number 12 in Tauranga boys.
Here's the setup.
Outside, gets shut down. Junior Tavalu, Kamau te wahia tama aukatsi. See it again, ai kei reira.
And neither side been able to really escape in this one. You had Rangitoto heading up, nice lead, but again, it is Tauranga boys coming back at them.
There we are, a good, reliable, quick. Both teams have been showing astonishing skills as setters, as hitters, as players overall. And we've seen some amazing quicks. It's mind-blowing.
4-point lead here for Rangitoto. That one goes flying out the back. They managed to control it, bring it back in. Here it is. Again, wait for it. Oh.
And the call is, let's see, it being challenged.
And Tim is just saying, come on. That's the coach saying, it's okay, just carry on. Still got, what is it?
It's the
5-point lead, is it?
Oh, yes, 3.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, the screen here is switching up a little bit. Now 4-point lead there, Rangitoto.
Yeah.
All right.
And Rangitoto, as you mentioned, and the North Harbour region of Auckland. Great sports facilities, great athletes have been through there. Sean Marks, actually. One of the,
Really?
Yeah, NBA's Sean Marks. Now Brooklyn Nets was the general manager, former NBA player.
Managed to tip it off the block, keeping it in the air. Moriora. Tipping it over, Netana's ready for it. Unfortunately.
Oh, is he injured? No, he's okay. Just sliding. Just needs a rest.
Pai ko wai hoki tēnei, Mr. John, number 7, John Te Paiva. Bit of a sweat mark on the ground there. Our boys are working hard, it seems.
Rangitoto College seeing if they can do the double again like they did last year. Both girls and boys, very strong. And too far.
Ka pai ko Genia Tavalu tēnei. Hei kai tono I te poro Tavalu for the serve. Will be short, unfortunately.
And a couple of errors creeping in to, creeping into Tauranga in particular in this particular set as the ball rolls on. And who's going to do that? It will be, what's going on? Stevenson to serve.
Ka pai rima noa ngā piro ke wainganui I o ngā tima. Stevenson.
Floating shot.
Outside. Seems a bit fast. We'll manage to tip it over. There you go. And the slam. Calls out. Closing in the points there. Now 4 points behind with Mr. Regan Wilson here serving the ball.
Rangitoto were edging their way towards towards was it the third set.
Solid. Beautiful hit there. We'll see a replay. Let's see. Well done. Ka pai rihari hei kai tono. It will be a libero set. A beautiful set, really. Rihani tips it down the middle, but is there to get blocked. Schmidt sends it out. Regan's there. Netana will send it out far again. Breaking through the blockers there, getting another point.
And here he is, getting ready. Dylan Griffiths has played a very important role for Tauranga. Simple serve down the middle. Oh.
Beautiful hit.
Oh, come on.
Netana. And that comes off the block there. Netana will send it back out. There we go. Hits the block and then the antenna. Let's give it a replay.
Keep this up. We'll be going until about midnight.
Just calling sick for tomorrow, Dave. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't know if I can quite do that for a 5 a.m. start. In the meantime, it is a timeout with Rangitoto College, they've had the opportunities to wrap up this set. But Tauranga coming back at them quite strong. And all the spectators here, all the players, they've had a big 5 days of volleyball.
Ai, ko ngenge haere te nuinga o ngā tamariki ngā rangatahi o tēnei wiki. Definitely getting tired from this long week of volleyball. Definitely can see a lot of smiling faces as well as tired ones. But our kids did enjoy this amazing week.
Be interesting to see how many of these players end up in provincial teams for the interprovincials coming up in Wellington, and that's going to be Queen or King's birthday weekend, so that's in June.
Oh, that's going to be quite exciting.
Yeah, that'll be a big one there. Steve Upfold said there's about 11 or 15 different unions or provinces. Oh, that's a block. Great one too. Hyped up about that.
So I had to keep my cool there. I did do a silent yell.
You were about to be cheering.
Almost had me there. A block is all it takes for me.
A couple of the supporters, I think, were challenged to do some burpees. They just did those.
There we go, picked up nicely. Netan will get it. We'll make it through the block.
Tauranga coming back.
There we go. Tauranga now maintaining.
This is unusual for Rangitoto to let teams back in.
Like at the karanga mai, te whare nei, the arena
Did
is...
even go over there?
Yeah, that didn't even seem like it. And they bounced off him there, hit off the blocker onto our spike, set back out, giving the Tauranga boys the point there.
Tauranga seemed pretty hyped about it.
Another set of burpees being done by our boys on the side. Unfortunately, can't see them. But Dylan has been quite comfortable here in the sitting position. Please. Okay, I thought it was going to happen again. And that'll show it.
Just a bit. Here, try it again.
It was indeed Henry Fulton setting up.
And we edge slowly to 20 in the third set. Remember, it's one set all, and that one's gone. The first set to Tauranga, that was 25-20. Second set, though, went to Rangi, 25-22. Not much to separate these two teams. In fact, nothing.
There we go. Serve.
Back.
Off the block. Well done. Tavalu doing some astonishing blocks this game. That is probably his fourth, his fourth or fifth block in this game.
Well, I'm looking at it and thinking, how did Tauranga get ahead?
20 now. 20-19, Tauranga. Tips it over. Netana sets it out. Through the block. Bihari for the back. Comes off the nets. Now Tauranga with a 2-point lead. Any timeouts? Yes, indeed.
Yeah, that's a big time for a timeout. You can see the boys are hyped up. Tauranga, they're all real hyped up.
Aye, definitely ready there. Kua rite rātou kia whai te wāhanga.
Regan Wilson, he's fired up. Boys all smiling and getting in that huddle. Listen to the coaches. The hardest thing here is to actually control that emotion. Boys, yes, you're leading. It's all good. You still have to win another set if you take this one.
Aye, tautoko.
So looking at the teams coming back on. And we see here for Tauranga, serving will be Dylan Griffiths. He's also got Regan Wilson having a chat to him. 15, Noah Silooni, he's going to serve, sorry. At the front we have number 12, Netana Samia. 7's up there as well, that's Henry Fulton. And also number 8, Junior Tavalu.
Serve. Makes it in, there we go. Now with a 3-point lead. What a way to bring it back from a timeout, Tauranga boys.
Oh no.
Not exactly
the
what.
The feeling that you have for letting that go.
It's going to stick with you. Gee. But you can't let it discourage you. Ai karangi hia ngā ingoa. Kei konei te moti hoki e mātaki mai. Ki runga I te pōka whakata. Serve. Sends it out. Down the line. That's a beautiful line hit there. Big girls from Rangitoto cheering on their fellow boys.
Schoolmates. Big school though. 3,200 students or thereabouts. That's too wide. Schmidt tries for too much. 23-20. And now we have the captain for Tauranga boys, Natana Samia.
We also have strong hitters up the front here ready. Let's see. Tips it over, but Netana's there. Out back.
Oh!
Gets blocked.
He's hyped up.
That is Mr. John number 11, looking back towards who he blocked as well. Displaying a bit of dominance, Meki. Up by John Petrucci here. Serve. Netana will set it down the middle. It is a bit long. 1 point behind now, Rangitoto.
This has been one of those sets where it's just no.
And there is a touch on the block.
Really?
Giving it to Tauranga, but a challenge being redone.
You can see the captain's gone across, and we've also got Timmer who's come to the second referee. The coach for Rangi not overly happy. Captain's checked it out.
Our flag man did give the call over to our ref up on the. So I really need to maintain focus for this last
set point.
Picks it up, well done. Netana will pass it out. Swings it over. Was not finished yet. Tips it, but Netana is there. It will be a chance ball for Rangitoto. Comes off, well done.
Digs it out. We've got no.
What?
And the ruling, it's a top referee. Not sure exactly what the ruling is, but it means that Rangitoto get the serve. He was right onto it.
Mr. John Tepaiva now serving.
Whew. That was one heck of a point. With Tauranga wanting to close it out and take this second, make that the third set and lead by 2-1. They didn't manage to, but opportunity now.
It's an outside. Off the block, lands in the court.
Oh, the captain popped up. Look at him.
Oh my goodness.
Stomps his foot.
Timeouts. Tauranga was just a point away from ending our set here. Rangitoto 2 points away. Aue taue te tatahoki o tēnei o ngā kēmu whakahirahira. It is indeed our finals. So not really surprised that our games will be as long as they are. Engari aroho mai ki a koe, ke a koe he rere rangi, you do have a flight. Me hoki atu koe ki te mahi a pōpu. You do have work in the morning. But our boys down here they just want to play some volleyball, Dave. I'm sorry to say.
No problem. It's an exciting match, and it's just whether Tauranga can actually take this.
1 point away from set point, 1 point away to tie it. The Rangitoto is picked up, and the quick in the middle will give Tauranga the second set of the game here. Ka pai, Tauranga boys rua te kaumārima, Rangitoto rua te kaumātoru, 1 set each. Ka mau te wahi ka pai. We are going to be switching sides for our sets at the moment. Ngā mihi kia koutou.
We're coming back just a few moments, a couple of minutes in fact, with the fourth set.
This isn't an ad about four-wheel drives. It's about knowing the place, as well as the locals.
You found the place. That's a good start. Built by my great-grandfather 20 years ago.
And go! Just fill up at a participating Caltex, stack your pump discounts, and you could collect more savings on your next visit. Oh, there's another one. Getting quite good at this. Filling and saving. Feels good.
Let's go.
Ain't nobody stopping me.
Summer Tournament 2024 on Māori Active. Find us on YouTube.
Nau mai hoki mai ki te wāhanga tua whānei o tēnei ke me whakahirahira ki te kōti o te papai o ea ko ngā whainara hoki tērā. Rangitoto kei te tatake ki te kāmera I roto I te tai whero a ki tau atu taha ko Tauranga boys. I te Taurangi, beautiful way to start the game with a quick spot there. Aroha mai Dave.
And the crowd right in behind that one. Wow, great point to start there for Tauranga boys. And, a number of the spectators, some have had to go off for dinner or maybe catch a flight or who knows what to get home. Maybe the same one as me. Oh, that one just tips off the net. Let's see if they can lay it up. But that's a superb reply. Perks coming up.
What happens if a quick comes to you? Oh, you just send one back. Why not? Pai koi hoki tēnei. Number 7 from Rangitoto will be John Te Paiva. Now serving. Picked up quite nicely. Down the middle for a quick in return. Picks it up. Kiwaho. Notice a break through the gap in the block there.
Goes through the middle of the two blockers. Managed to find the gap somehow. A little bit more intensity coming in for both teams. Lots of advice here for the Rangitoto player from his subs.
Oh, keeping it up just barely. There you go. A quick how to do it. Bit of a conversation going on between our captain and the ref. Not too sure what about.
Samir, the captain, goes across. There we go. Got that nice little curve on the spike there.
Aye.
Just go straight and then curve away a little bit.
Koera ngā mahi o ngā o te taumata nei, te taumata division tahi whainara. Ko Tavalu tēnei, serving Tavalu. Rihari will send it out, tipping it over, but Netana there is ready. Through the block, Regan Wilson.
Yeah, crowd getting, wow, a little bit rocked up a bit.
A little bit rowdy.
Yeah, that's good to have. Maybe they're sensing something. Sensing an upset as such, perhaps.
Outside. Lands out. There was a touch.
Apparently not. Although we're looking, Tim was pointing across at this man. And, well, we came close to a touch, I'm sure, but it's not advised that way.
The ref halts the call of the coach. Meaning we carry on with Tavalu as a server. Picked it up, Rihari will chuck it through the middle. Picked up quite nicely.
Oh! What do you think? We're right in line with that one.
Yeah, I think that was...
That hit the line, right?
Line, yeah.
And we've got the second ref coming across. Kirikiri. What's he going to say there? Not sure anything's really going to change. Well, maybe.
Let's see. points still going there to Rangitoto. It did seem to have touched the line, especially from up here, but we continue with our ref's call.
Substitution for Rangitoto.
Tim is actually holding on to the ball right now.
Stevenson for number 13, Josh Rupert.
Not sure the coach was meant to be holding on to the ball.
It will be Stevenson with the serve. Let's see how we manage. Stevenson.
Goes down the middle.
Here's
the set.
Oh, taps it. Very gentle eye.
Oh, that was superb touch. Sulawani takes ownership of that point and just touches it over into no man's land. Tauranga take the lead in this, the fourth.
Sends it down. Rihari.
There's the touchback.
Clash. There we go. Netan is there to keep it away. And Schmidt. Too much of a swing that guy has yet again. Brought through the block and our libero there. Oh, where?
Sometimes there's not much subtlety to his game, but you don't need it when you can pound the ball like that. It's just like bang, it's gone. That is superb.
And that is Rihari now.
He's almost the executioner in your team. He's not even the biggest guy there, but he's the powerful one. The big cheer. I'm pretty happy with that. Strength put into that one.
Giving it out to Dylan.
So who's going to be able to string together 3 to 4, possibly even 5 points in a row?
We can probably rely either on Regan from Tauranga, definitely.
Vorston puts that one wide, goes up for the big shot. Takes it on the angle. The angle's too big.
Regan has shown that when he's serving, he managed to stack up a bit of points there, as well as Dylan, actually. I believe it was Dylan I was looking for, but he is serving, so. Rihari, Kiwaho. The set from the back end, it lands outside the court there, unfortunately.
Didn't connect with anybody on the way through. I was just thinking it may have connected with someone on the way through. It didn't. Drives that one through.
Netana sets it back. Beautiful set from that position as well.
Yeah. It comes there, look at him hyped up. Shoulders up.
I really want to see that again. Unfortunately, Kare Fai. The boy. Netana is definitely a skilled setter we've seen during this game. A lot of beautiful back sets.
Sulawani to take the serve. It's all out aggression from some of these players. Gone wide. Wide, long, you name it.
Whatever it is, it went out to the court. Giving number 15 here, Kawai Hukapera, Seliwane.
Bit of noise coming from the crowd, or maybe just the subs. Look at that fading serve. Oh, Schmidt did show that. A little touch.
Didn't realize he was capable of such things.
Yeah.
Kapai managed to hit the net there, tips it over.
Big point.
Oh, Schmidt sends it nice and high. From the back. There we go.
Forster says, well, I missed the previous one, so this one just going straight to it. Don't care who's in the way. Have a look now at Schmidt. Generally has a very solid serve. Usually pretty quick. That one's low.
Oh my goodness, there you go. He has the height. He had the opening there, and he decided
he's about 6'6", 195, maybe 197. Ball comes back. Schmidt coming on serving. 1 point behind. And oh no, tries for too much. Remember, Rangitoto College girls won the Girls Division 1 final. That one, that was over Christchurch girls. Seemed like a long time ago. It almost was. 4 sets.
Rihari sends it out. Tips it over, but they're ready.
Oh, that's a hard one to get. Oh, came in.
Still manages.
Look at Regan there.
Going down the tyre shoe.
Regan Wilson. Bouncing around the court. Taking it in. There he is. Look at him. Hyped up. Loving it.
Top way, our captain. Netana Samia serving. Picks it up.
Oh. Oh, no. The lack of communication. The captain called. He's not going to calm them down. Need a towel or something here to wipe up that sweat. Up to a 4-point lead, and we get a timeout. Tauranga keyed up for this now. And you can just see communication there. The captain going back. And let's have a look now. 12-8. Okay, and we'll be ready now out of this timeout. And let's get ready. You can see the timeout with Rangitoto. They're getting together. They're thinking, how can we come back from this? Tauranga boys, the far end in the blue and white. We have Rangitoto in the maroon with the blue stripe down the front. 2-1. The first set to Tauranga, 25-20. The second set, the Rangitoto, 25-22. However, Tauranga came back 25-23. The third, that's a floating serve. We've got the advantage here. 4 points. That's a good block. They kicked it up. Interesting shot. It's a little bit too far out wide. And up. Here it is again. That's superb. Number 7 takes it. Henry Fulton. The big boy, the big shot on the angle. Hard to get that one back. You can see right at the moment it is Regan Wilson who's prowling around like a big cat, caged cat, lion or a tiger or something like that. I don't know.
Oh,
possibly could have left it.
That beautiful play that happened. Rihari dives for it. Over the blocks.
Too far? It is. Destroys the Bailey sign.
Sorry to our sponsors.
Your timeout? No, we haven't. Sub Johan Timmers just taking the captain off. Keeper Rihari, this is one of the few times he's gone off. Interesting. So Joseph Char's come on now, number 3. I haven't seen that for a while.
Netana is serving on the opposite side. Quick works. It's a bit soft, but it does push through.
And there might be just a bit of fatigue there for Cuba Rihari. He's played a lot over the last 4 days. Just getting a rest. He had to take a dive then as well. Just needs that little bit of a rest to keep going. Here's the shot.
There we go. Regan Wilson showing them what they can do.
There's the replay. Look at this. Him coming out of it.
There we go. Hoki Henry Fulton serving now in the back. Pulls it over the net. And there we go.
Tauranga hyped up. And really, people sensing possible upset. We've got a timeout. You can see Johan Tim is like, come on, get off, everybody. Let's get ready. We'll do a team talk. And Tauranga boys, they have that advantage. 7-point advantage. They're up by 2-1. Well, can this be the upset? Kyle, you feeling the upset?
Yeah,
or are you feeling a comeback?
I'm feeling it. Ooh, I don't want to say out loud.
Go on.
Engari koe tērā.
Back on both teams. Some of the Rangitoto supporters at the back of the court there. In the meantime, in the foreground, it is the Rangitoto in the maroon colours. They've still got their captain off. Rihari, he's over with the subs. No, he's been told, get back on there. Or get back and sit down.
Beautiful setup on the serve. There you go, off the block, manages to pull through.
Yeah, that's the one they want. That'll give them a little bit more confidence. It's just 1 point. double figures, and Rihari's back on. You notice that? Timmer, the coach, said, get on. The respect that he has from the players, you can see it as he walks on.
Even our girls here on the sideline, younger boy team, the lower division teams, showing the respect they have for Rihari there.
They got that over?
And there was a carry, yes indeed.
Yeah, I see it. Bizarre sort of point.
Yeah, good way to bring Rihari in.
2 from this one, since they've come back on. Everything seems a bit more intense, a bit more rushed perhaps. Set it up, here we go.
Over the block, picks it up, Rihari will have the next say. Breaks through, Netana has it. Regan will hit with it. Side, tips it over, but Netana's ready.
They're going back to Regan Wilson.
And now we'll do it.
Gave it a big effort trying to pull it in.
The trust they have in Rihari, their captain, Rangitoto, is phenomenal. You can definitely see it. He brought back a different energy to the side of the court.
And I think a bit of reassurance.
Aye.
Yeah, calmness and saying, okay guys, it's all good. They had to probably take him off for a few minutes. He was probably just feeling fatigued. He dived around a couple of times. 4 points the difference now. 2 sets to 1 to Tauranga College.
Serve. It's an out back. Doesn't connect, unfortunately. There you go. Rangitoto will take it.
Well, the timing wasn't quite there this time.
There you go. A lot of noise from our Rangitoto and our crowd.
3 points the difference now. They've cut it back. It's out to 7.
Modiora.
Take their time.
There we go. Dylan.
Look at the power on that. Here it is.
Beautiful.
This is still a secondary school sport, but gee, there's some absolute immense power. Now, who's coming in with the serve here?
It is Mr. Tavalu Jr.
It's all right. The team comes up and says, it's all right. Don't make him feel bad. That's not something you want. Tough shot. 18 at 13. 5 points difference and 7 points away from victory. See the crowd right on the court. Oh.
Will pick it up. Trusting his teammates here. They will manage.
Scrambling play everywhere.
Dylan will tip it. Oh my goodness. What had happened there?
Instead of number 13 just hooked it Perks. Just hooked it around.
Oh my God.
He had his big net above the net and just headed it down.
He created his own net in that moment.
Wow. Keeps them in it.
Bring in Mr. Stevenson here.
See that? There was just a big pour up there and he just battered it down.
Net on outside. Dylan breaks through, but they manage to pick it up. Modiora.
Watch out for Wilson up the other side looking for a box. There it is.
Shut down. There he
15.
is. Number 15, Noah Sule.
Oh, it's a great play. That is an important point. Stretches it out to 5, takes them to 19. Maybe we're going to 25. Got to win by 2. If you get into the 5th set, well, it's 15. Got to win by 2. And what are we looking at here? The substitutes.
Stevenson coming off. Libero's back in.
Oh, look at the boys. Pumped up. Regan Wilson. He can walk through walls right now. Totally pumped up. Wilson with the serve. And they've made it to 20. Tauranga. Where's the comeback coming from Rangitoto? Can they do it? Forster. It's in. Is it in? Yes, it is. Look at Tauranga up to 21.
They're really united, eh? It's becoming so intense. Though with a 7-point lead, how is it that I still feel that Rangitoto
4 needed.
Can
Rahari's off.
Bring it.
It's Regan Wilson with a big serve. Goes off to the side. Setting it up.
And there we go, Mr. Schmidt. Oh my gosh.
He went for it. Schmidt went for that big shot, and it came off. Joseph Cha comes on, hasn't spent much time on at all, and here, serve to keep us in. It's a good serve.
Serve, aye. Heading over the block, there he is, showing.
Throwing himself on the ground. They're going to build this point. Where's it going?
Side.
Regan Wilson.
We'll hit it over the block. It is a bit long, manages to pull it off. Dylan. There we go. 3 points now. Tauranga boys.
They're feeling confident. Just got to settle. Dylan Griffiths with the serve, number 4 for Tauranga boys. This is the New Zealand Secondary Schools Championship, the Division 1 boys final up against Rangitoto College, defending champions.
Well done, beautiful way of picking that up, giving it out back, heading off the block.
There's players flying everywhere. And it is 1 more point to Rangitoto, 16. 6 points the difference. Whew. Logan Vorster, the serve. As everybody tries to take a bit of a breather. In fact, they don't mind a slow wipe of the court.
Yeah, well, it's outside of their playing area.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, exactly. Everything was deliberate and slow. You can see there.
Oh, hey, over here as well.
Yeah, which the second ref saying, okay.
We are at the Whare
TGC.
Aye,
TGC. I don't know what they're chanting. I think it's supporting Tauranga.
Tauranga Boys College, TBC.
Here it is.
Wonderfully picked up and net touch.
Oh, Rangi, take one back.
5 points away from Tauranga Boys in INA. Owe Taue. Send it up.
Oh.
There we go. Oh. Dylan from a pipe. Nori ora ki ai te kahoki o taua pati te poro.
Dylan Griffiths goes up. And the big shot. Very big shot indeed.
Very.
Siloni.
That will get Tauranga Boys at our game point.
There it is.
At this
Match
moment
point.
in time.
And we'll get ready for this. So there's Noah Silioni to serve at set point, match point, 2 sets to 1. Let's get ready now. Silioni takes the serve, number 15. Tauranga Boys takes it over. It's put up. Here it is. No,
And that'll be it. Giving it to Rangitoto. Owe. I thought that was going to be it for a second.
Holding their breath there.
I had me holding my breath, the whole stadium in silence.
Dylan Schmidt to take the serve. 18-24 down. Rangitoto College, the defending champions. It clips over the net. There's
that will be our game.
It is.
Te kiro e maare ana au e taukiri e aroho mai tei. Rue te kaumarima, Tauranga Boys College with 3 sets. Rangitoto te kaumawaru with the 1. Tauranga Boys 25 points with 2 sets. Rangitoto 18 points with 1. And that will be it for this game. Aue taukiri e te motu whānui. Tauranga Boys College.
A huge shot from Junior Tavalu. He just launched himself up there, hung in the air, had the shot straight down the middle. And that is the tournament. That is the title, the Division 1 boys title to Tauranga Boys. Rangitoto, defending champions, beaten in 4 sets. The full score, it was 25-20, and then 22-25, then 23. Make that 25-23 in the third, 25-18. So many sets, it seems, over these last 5 days. And you can see the Rangitoto girls out there already to, well, commiserate with their boys. The girls won in 4, but the boys going down in 4 sets to Tauranga Boys. That was superb final, exciting. You heard the chanting, you had the big crowd there as well. And tough stuff there for Johan Timmer as the coach, but also for the captain as well. That's Cuba Rehari. And congratulations, the boys there, Tauranga boys. Well, fantastic stuff. And for you, Pakaiha, a few thoughts on how Tauranga actually managed to take it. Was there anything in particular that just came through?
I te whakātura a Tauranga I te kaha, I te hononga hoki o tō rātou tīma, showing a lot, and I mean a lot, of power, a lot of connection there with their team, a lot of chemistry being shown on the court throughout the entire game, really. A little bit of mistakes, but they will manage to push through either way. Again, here they are with 3 sets, and Rangitoto with the one.
Was there anything that Rangitoto could have done differently? Was it just that the combination and the teamwork of Tauranga today was just too good?
Kia ora nei whakaaro, my thoughts on this would be that o mātou tāne ki Rangitoto, did manage to give away a few points at the beginning of our